there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday? And we continue with this one. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Miami Hurricanes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
The Sooners head coach told me here in the pregame, this is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Hurricanes headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Snags a quick pass on the left. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snagged in the middle, it's Thomas. Lowers those pads. Gets away from one, finds room. And after a nice gain, the runner just scoots out of bounds.
Man, guys, we're just getting started, and we're highlighting these players and these guys, and the QB said, all right, just highlight me, because they're coming out with a purpose. They're throwing the football. Two different guys, two different catches, two explosive plays.
He's knocked down, short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll run out of the gun here with Robinson. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And if anything, this offense has proven one thing, man. They're stubborn. Like, they're going to continue to run the football. That's who they are. That's the identity. They haven't showed great numbers, and they haven't done an elite job, but sticking with it, make this defense play honest. Now here in a third and short situation, will they do it again? They'll still have fourth down afterwards, but they're being pretty stubborn with the run game.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stopped cold by this defense. They tried to fool him with the run, and nobody was buying it.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big...
Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off. The Sooners, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Out wide right, it's Harris. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
From the gun, it's Thomas. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Well, Well, the gamble by the head coach early in the game really pays off. Remember, they went for it on 4th down to stay on the field. They wanted to be aggressive, and now they get to pay it off, scoring a touchdown. Really nice job. It's always a massive gamble as a head coach, taking those risks. But when you've got an offense like this, that really wasn't that tough of a decision.
And I think defensively, that kind of takes the wind out of your sails. Like, you get so excited. You force the 4th down, maybe a punt, maybe a field goal, whatever it is. I'm going to get off the field, and then they get it. And they finish with this drive together. You're right. Circle that 4th down. That was a big one.
Keeps it moving. It's Fletcher. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Mensah to throw. Left side is Gilbert. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Canes want to move quickly. Fresh center downs going to the air. Turns it upfield. Could not make his way to the corner. And guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here.
Well, when we talk Miami and their ability to throw it, it all starts and ends with Malachi Tony and what he did on some of the biggest stages a year ago as a true freshman, right? He just had that game-breaking speed. You just want to find ways to get this young player the football because he's a home run waiting to happen. They've got a lot of other talent surrounding him, but he is the focal point of their ability to throw on the rock.
And oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And the Hurricanes are marching down the field. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Running inside. It's Blaylock. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. Complete to the right. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Sooners come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. They'll give it to Robinson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for them.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Turning it on. He's at the 10. To the house. Touchdown Sooners.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And the extra point is good. He'll bring it out. It's Pringle. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Quick give. It's Fletcher. Finding some room. The 50. He's at the 40. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29. The Canes want to crank the tempo. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Under pressure, and his throw is incomplete. Lining up to convert third down. Making the adjustment on the play. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Blasted as he lets it go. A strike downfield. He'll be stopped short. It'll be fourth down, and let's see what the decision is here. Throwing, Mensah. Converts on fourth down. Still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's going to run it. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Hey, I like this by the offense. Nice job of not forcing it, having to throw the football. Now you make it third and manageable and put your offense in a better position to succeed. That's a nice second down play.
On third down, here's Robinson. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Driven back. So Miami signals for a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Third and 6 yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Out wide left, it's Robinson. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Sooners go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Rush is on. Flip it out to the back on the screen. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half.
And that's why defenses practice pursuit drills, right? All week long. Pursue, pursue, pursue. The play's never dead. You don't know what ball carriers are going to do. Sometimes they pirouette, they spin out, they try to reverse field, thinking they can be Superman and make a bunch of different guys miss. Not that time, though. Look at the defense and the speed they have. They never give up on the play, and they create a huge loss for this offense.
The play fake. Fires to the wideout. Fires it incomplete. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Right side, it's Hansen. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down. The Hurricanes will call their 3rd timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Wide open. He's got the 1st down and maybe more. He is in. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
Coming out with it, it's Pringle. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Mensah, rush right in his face. Snatches it on the right. Wide open spaces. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. He's changing the play. Snap in the shotgun. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. Here's Mensah to throw. Trying to bull his way in. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. From the gun. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Touchdown, Hurricane! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Blaylock. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. Moving the pocket, it's Mateer.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the 2nd level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that play.
The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Sells to fake. Fires to the middle. Got his man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. He wants to throw it. Moving out to the right. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To throw, it's Mateer. Spits it out to the back. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
From deep, it's Compton. They finally make the stop, and that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We kick things off with Arkansas in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Hoosiers on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Look out. They get to him as he throws. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. And the Canes in the hurry up. Set of downs going up top. Throws to the tight end. Out wide right, it's Gilbert. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots, shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big play.
There he goes to the left. He's at the touchdown, Miami. They fought their way all the way back, and it's a one-possession game.
Well, they came into this one as the favorite, obviously, and they looked like they were sleepwalking in that first half. Whatever adjustments they made in the second half, I think one thing's pretty simple. David, they remembered who they were. Offensively now, they've come out. They've been electrifying. They've been lighting up the scoreboard. Defensively, getting the football back. This was the team we thought we were going to see at the very start of the game.
Man, it's so hard week to week, man. So many challenges, injuries, all the things that come with it, and getting guys motivated, right? Like, sometimes they just don't have that energy. Good to see them come out after the half with the energy, with the urgency. This is the squad we thought we were going to see.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Fighting off the defender. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They want to run this quarterback. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
On third down, here's Robinson. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it here on fourth down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Got it behind the line. It's Thomas. Runs through a man. He might have space. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Unloads in the nick of time.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
The fake wants to throw. Here comes the heat. Right side, it's Sategna. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Finds his target. Still running at the 40. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Straight ahead, it's Blaylock. Plows through the defense. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. Hand it to the back. There he goes. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. They'll take the penalty and move them back. They're not into 3s. They want 6s. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. He'll pitch it. He breaks a tackle. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Just going to keep it after the snap. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last 4th down.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment. Here
comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Throwing, Mensah. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Tight end getting vertical. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Canes will hustle to the line.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. Hits inside. It's Fletcher. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Mensah. Buying time to his right. Out wide right, it's Vaughn. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And this is why, as a defense, man, you don't want to let the quarterback outside the pocket. Once he gets outside the pocket, now everybody else has to adjust, and some people have to leave coverage, and he goes and he starts going towards his right. Nice job by the receiver finding some space towards the sidelines. They get the completion and make the play.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. They'll come to the line needing 4 yards for a first down. They're already 2 for 2 on this drive. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a fourth down.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that third down, and now the offense is in an interesting situation.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. Here's Mensah to throw. Left side is Jacobs. Touchdown, Canes! Somehow, they got up off the deck. They fought back, and they've tied the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. At the 40, there he goes. And after the huge scramble, he slides and gets down. Terrific run to get out of trouble. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Right side, it's Harris. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22
The run inside. It's Blaylock. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. It would be nice to pick up a few yards on third down because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. On the move. He's past the sticks. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback keeps it. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. 2nd and long here. Handoff to Xavier. Drag down. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. The Hurricanes will call their 3rd timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with just over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Fletcher. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
And so far today, man, both offenses have been so good. Like, putting up points, being productive. Now in a big moment, man, the defense has a chance to step up. Nice job batting the football down. A couple more opportunities to make some plays and maybe win this football game.
Looking down the middle. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. You can grab, but you can't hold on. The defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. He's taking the deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Got him, and nobody's close. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. They're in position to win it with a field goal. They got to spike it and stop the clock. Wide receiver going in motion. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double-checking to make sure. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal.
How about the kicker coming through in a must-have moment? They had to have this kick to take the lead late in the ball game. All the pressure, give me all the pressure, and he comes through in the clutch.
It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Quarterback keeper. Keeps it and gets the first down. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Timeout is called with just a single second left. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Back to throw, it's Mateer. They're all over him. He'll try to do it himself. Breaks the tackle. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now move.